everybody, and welcome to Joker's Wild Side. I'm Lobo, and today we got a top 10 list here. Finish off our top 10 list of 2025 with top 10 male wrestlers. We did the females of 2025. A reminder: this is just my opinion. If you don't agree, or even if you disagree, let me know in the comments and let me know your top 10 wrestlers of last year, 2025. We do have a long list, so let's just get to it. At number 10, I have El Sucio, Dirty Dom. Had an amazing year, obviously, kicking it off with big WrestleMania win, that fatal four way for the IC Championship, pinning Finn Balor. That we've been waiting for that to uh, finish, but also won the Mega Campeonato and lost and won the IC title back again from John Cena. Big name to win that back from. But he had amazing matches all throughout. Obviously, his legendary run right now with AAA. And the reason I have him number 10 and maybe not like Cody Rhodes, some other ones that I'll mention. Spoiler, Cody's not on my list, but it's because specifically has been for past years he couldn't even talk of how much people when he had that WrestleMania win, see that change a little. The fan, so I had to put him on. WI has him at number 48. That's a little low, but there's a lot of wrestling. I put him at number 10. At my number 9, I have former IWG champion Zack Sabre Jr. This one, he had another great year. Obviously, won the title, top title from New Japan once again. His Wrestle Kingdom match against Kota Umino was obviously he's a technical wizard. Um, just just has a lot in his tank. Also won the World Tag League. Um, actually won, I think, the only one. Yeah, the first non-Japanese to win the Triple Crown of Tournament milestone. The G1 Climax, the New Japan Cup, and the World Tag League. Um, he also won the Never Open six-man tag team champions with Oiwa and Harley Jackson. PWI has him at number 13. So I have him a little higher, specifically because of his technical prowess. A lot of people have him lower due to most of his matches being extremely not super exciting unless you like that style. And I think it is very underrated. Shows that he could work no matter what size he's. So number 13, I think a little low, but I have him at number 9. At number 8 is the man that took that title away. Hiroki Goto, sorry, finally winning his IWG championship for the first time this last year in 2025. He had an amazing year also. Never open six-man titles with holding with Yoshihashi and Boltin Oleg. He held the title for 130 days, months. He had great defensive against Tanahashi, Okada, Dave Finlay, Umino, Zack Sabre Jr., Takagi, Shingo Takagi. And then, fortunately, he was injured a little early at G1 Climax, but either way, I think he had one of, if not his best year. Multiple titles this year and first IWG. PWI has him ranked at number 5. Um, I'm not mad at that, but I have him a little lower at number 8. I couldn't put him a little higher, but at number 7, I had to put this guy. I know a lot of people are not gonna like this because of his title run, his run overall, but that's not what we're basing this. Here they had. Yes, I probably would have put him higher if he had a better reaction to and his run with the title. But regardless, he is at number 7. Main event, Jay. I understand why people don't like him. I like the fact that they put him as champion. That I have him this high. Let me know in the comments how you really feel about that. Um, and where would you place him? Um, he did. So one thing about wrestling, remember, you gotta be able to move tickets, merch, and all. Jey Uso is one of the top 3 merch sellers. He would be the top 2 if it wasn't for the retirement tour. Would have been. So Jey Uso is top 1, 2, and 3 of bestsellers every. Um, Obviously, you see the crowd when they come out. When he comes out, being with him, everybody almost unanimously going crazy. So it's not like it's not over. He is over, extra over. Your gripes are mostly with his in-ring performance. I get that. That's why I don't have him any higher. Um, I would have him higher if he had better performances, but he had a decent run with the world title that he won at WrestleMania. Won the Royal Rumble, being the final opponent, John. And then he just won the WWE Tag Team Championship. His brother. I think the 10th time overall for him. He also won a Battle Royal, number 1 contender again for the World Heavyweight Championship. I mean, he had an amazing year, so I cannot deny his flowers. I gotta put him number 7. Um, so just let me know in the comments how you really. At number 6, I have former IWGP champion, but had an amazing year. 2 years since playing with Kazuchika Okada. Anyways, um, obviously his run with as AEW Unified Champion, beating Kenny Omega, I believe, the national championship, record-breaking um, title reign, 647, before he lost in this. He had great defense against Swerve, against Joe. Um, that finals tournament with Eshta. Finally lost to John Moxley here recently. And yeah, he just had an amazing tournament win, matches with Okada. And even that storyline, he had an amazing storyline with Eshta about that friendly rivalry turned real rivalry, even though they're both under the same. I love that he for the last few years he's probably the most improved, at least personality wise, in because in New Japan he was very almost stoic like. Anyways, that was number 6. At number 5, I have the world champion now, CM Punk, and with Jay is all 1, 2, and 3. John Cena, CM Punk, and bestsellers. So I got to put him up there. He had an amazing year, obviously. Great story with Seth throughout the year. Elimination Chamber, the hatred back and forth, specifically from Seth. Him playing, not not being the old CM. Glad he learned that, but being able to be professional enough with, be able to give it back and forth. The idea, for instance, if you guys seen a Netflix show that shows everything, a lot of it, for that elimination spot where Seth stomps him, stares at him, pass out. Don't see no CM Punk's idea, him being professional enough. Pitched that and I said, what? Well, this would be a good thing for Seth and I. Him winning the title at SummerSlam and cashed in by Seth. He played it off great. Um, his fighting back was not like a full on. Oh, He's beat up by Gunther. He survived, and now Seth is here. Very well sold by CM Punk. Obviously, world title win. Second one that this after uh, after Seth's injury, legit one this. He had his 7th title reign. The debut on Netflix. That match with Seth was that rivalry through whole year with ah, it's it's a wonder why he had put him at 5. Oh, also that WrestleMania, so fucking. Um, and then number 4, yeah, we could talk about CM Punk. I know. Number 4, we have former AEW World Champion Swerve Strickland. He did miss a little time with injury, so that knocked him back, and he didn't really have like a title run. Yet he still had great matches. All through obviously that tag match. Well, um, that connecting their challenge against John on Dynasty. He had great matches. Will Ospreay. Also that uh, rivalry with Swerve was amazing. Yeah, and I mean his song. It's so hard. It's one of my favorite intros. PWI has a number 2. I have him at number 4. His year was a little. I pull him back a little. Him missing a little time. Although you do not always need a title, I think it would have gold around him. Anyways, that's my number 4. At my 3, I have the man Swerve does all. Yeah, an injury. Seth freaking Rollins. I mean, he had an amazing year, winning Money in the Bank, world champion. That the swerve that he had on us because the worked in. When he came out with those crutches, I mean, you saw the reaction by everybody. It was yeah, they got lightning in a bottle with that. I believe it was Triple H's like it was so good to see them pull stuff like this. Um, like I said, I think I put that as moment of the year for me, one of the top moments. Check out the other list. Uh, yeah, he also won his crown jewel match against I believe Cody Rhodes. Um, through the whole year, had amazing matches. Great rivalry with Punk, all from being good good guy. People turning at WrestleMania with that triple threat, um, creating the. Fortunately, karma caught up to shoot injured. But regardless, at the end of the year, and he had an amazing out. Yeah, I have to put him in just on that Money in the Bank passion, almost by itself. It was such a good. Uh, Number 3, that was Seth freaking Rollins. At number 2, I have former AW World Hangman Adam Page. Obviously had amazing match. That rivalry with Swerve obviously culminated with his rise back again to the main event and to the championship. It was a great story. Obviously, gonna fall off, but those matches with Swerve, with Will, he also had great. Can't say enough on that. His redemption arc is so good. And then that match at All in Texas for was one for the age, and the story also combining his redemption, the liberation of that title that John Moxley had captivity technically that breed so good. Um, EWY, where did they had him? I didn't write it down. Yeah, he's my number 2. Before we get to number 1, let's take some honorable mentions. I'll mention some stuff. Like I said in the beginning, it was a little spoiler alert. Cody Rhodes, honorable mention. The reason I don't have him in the list, he had a great year, long run with the title, 2 runs. But his white beat baby face, like they say, it's extremely hard to do. And I think for Cody Rhodes, it has run its course, and uh, or it's about to need it, about to get dry. Um, I think he needs a change in character. I would love to see that the Nightmare Cody Rhodes that we had in and he was with Bullet Club. That darker, grittier Cody Rhodes. I would love to see. Another one, John Moxley. The reason I don't have him in there was just he didn't always have the greatest matches. For instance, that one with Adam Copeland, unfortunately, brought him back a lot. But also the story, it was driving everybody nuts. And at the end, it was a great pop off with Adam Page. It's just overall, it was not like there's some heroes that they're champions and you're okay, cool, he deserved it. Or I'm not saying John doesn't. The run itself was not great because it frustrated people more than them feeling like okay, he's an asshole. Just frustrating him ruining moments and moments in the ring too much. Will Ospreay just missed out. He's had an amazing out with quite a bit. Kind of pulled off. Bandito was so close to getting got a dozen great matches, if not more, throughout the year. Many title defenses for the ROH title. He was so close, but I think there was too many wrestlers that were top tier. Um, Inosuke Esha also right on the precipice. Um, to me, he's gonna be one of the best strikers. Probably be on the top five. Keika Fatu, he had a little time with injuries. I had to pull him out. Braun Breaker, obviously, um, he's the star of the future, but he needs a little more time and got injured right at the end. Unfortunately, although he had a lot of great stories, I think they could have done more with him. Still, MJF, he had a lot of break times and obviously big money match also. So you can't always use MJF next year. I'm sure he's gonna, especially the way this year. Kyle Fletcher also was one that was right on the precipice, like Peshta. There's too many great wrestlers now. Gabe Kidd, like Braun Breaker, I think he's right on the precipice, breaking. He has a monster year in AEW, and I think he's also working for and he's double. I think definitely gonna be on. And the last one, John Cena. Obviously, I didn't put him because his heel run, specifically lackluster, to say the least. But overall, he had a great year. Just because of that, I had to pull him off. There was a lot of other performers I preferred over John. Even though, with that, let's get to our number one. I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna hate this or love it. Either way, let me know. He is career killer. Gunther. I mean, the year that he has two-time world heavyweight champion, lost it at WrestleMania to Jay, got it back, then lost it to Seth, I believe, or to CM Punk. No, he lost it to but still, great year with that, just alone. Um, he retired Goldberg, retired Cena. Now in the beginning, they're already retired AJ. I mean, we're not counting the AJ, but everything else, he had amazing matches, amazing rivalry with one. He was pushing buttons, and then at the end tapped out, and then broke mentally because he tapped out. That mini feud he had there with Pat McAfee. I mean, we all knew how that match was going to turn out, but Pat put in the work. Gunther worked him. Obviously, this was up. Um, I mean, everything he did, he took some time off, but I think that was perfectly done. Give him a little fresh start. I'm pretty sure we're not done seeing him as a champion. Pretty sure with all that, I mean, like time champion, uh, retiring Cena, retiring Goldberg, age. I think if anybody deserves to be amazing year overall for pro wrestling. I was seeing some little disclaimer here. Best matches of women's best matches of all time. 5 of the top, I think, was 7 or 8, were all from this. So 2025. So I mean, you you cannot say enough about pro wrestling. Here's for 2026. Hopefully, an amazing year. But other than that, let me know what's your list of the best wrestlers. If you agree with it or not, I'm pretty sure Jay was about 8. Let me know. Other than that, I've been Lobo, and this was Joker's Wild Side.